It's your runway to the stars, your guide to spaceflight, your finger on humankind's pulse as we reach out to the stars. From the science to the fun to the human angle, the very basics to the more complex. There's everything you need to know about spaceflight in short 10-minute bite-sized capsules where you find stuff that you can boast about to your friends at a party. Welcome to a new episode of Runway to the Stars. I'm Yuri and I'm your man.
20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We are liftoff.
Runway to the stars, to the stars. Lift off from runway to the stars, runway to the stars.
Welcome to another episode of Runway to the Stars. Today, let's figure out cosmic distances. How far are the stars? How far are we from the others in the universe? What kind of distances separate us? How far is far? And is it ever going to be possible to visit another world in the future? Let's start from the beginning. Look up and see an everyday airliner flying above you. It's probably cruising at a height of between 10 and 15 kilometers. Let's go higher. If you can see the International Space Station in orbit, and with a little effort, you can. That's flying around at a height of 400 kilometers. Now shift your gaze to a satellite in geostationary orbit. You can't spot it with your naked eyes, but that one is at a height of nearly 36,000 kilometers above the Earth. That's roughly 3 times the distance between New Delhi and New York. What can you see beyond that? Look at the moon. The average distance of the moon from the Earth is 384,400 kilometers. Continuously driving in a car at a constant speed of 100 kilometers per hour, you would take 160 days to reach the moon. Now that's really far, isn't it? Well, it seems so, but then consider the sun. 149.6 million kilometers. Flying on a commercial airliner, traveling at 900 kilometers per hour, it would take 19 years to reach the sun. Whoa! The distance from the Earth to the sun is also called an astronomical unit, because large distances can be hard to visualize. Astronomers use the astronomical unit to measure distances in our solar system. For instance, Neptune, the outermost planet in our system, is 30 astronomical units from the sun, which means 30 times farther away from the sun than the Earth is. And by the way, if you were to take a commercial airliner to Neptune, it would take you 570 years to reach there. Let me give you another perspective. The airliner is 15 kilometers above you. Light from there, traveling at roughly 300,000 kilometers per second, will take a few microseconds to reach the Earth. Let's go further into the sky, to the International Space Station, which is 400 kilometers above us, roughly the distance between Mumbai and Goa. Light from there will reach us in a few milliseconds. Light from the moon, though, will take a little longer, about 1.3 seconds. From the sun, it takes even longer, around 8 minutes, which means, and take a moment and think this out, you're seeing the sun not as it is now, but as it was 8 minutes ago. 8 minutes 20 seconds to be precise. So one day if the sun decides to switch off, you will continue to see the sun for 8 minutes after it switches off. Let's go a little further. The distance between the Earth and our neighbor Mars fluctuates between 54.6 million kilometers at its closest to over 401 million kilometers as they both go around the sun in their own orbits. Light from there takes between 3 minutes when they are the closest to 22 minutes when the two planets are on the opposite sides of the sun. Mars and the sun are still quite close to the Earth. See how far Neptune, the last planet in our solar system, is. Neptune, 30 astronomical units away from the sun, sees light from the sun more than 4 hours later, as compared to the 8 minutes 20 seconds that sunlight takes to reach the Earth. So these are huge distances, and we haven't even left our solar system yet. Let's go on further into our galaxy, the Milky Way. The astronomical unit is too small a unit to measure distances here. It would be like measuring the circumference of the Earth in micrometers. So scientists measure distances beyond our solar system in light years. 1 light year being the distance that light would travel in 1 year, which is roughly 9.46 trillion kilometers. It is difficult to even imagine this distance. But to help you wrap your head around this, let me put it another way. If you fly from the Earth to the Moon and back 12 million times, you would be covering the distance that light travels in just 1 year. 12 million times, no less. And that's 1 light year. And here's the bombshell. You've seen how far 1 light year is, but most of the stars that you can see in the night sky with your naked eye are between 1,000 to 4,000 light years away. I'll say that again so it sinks in. Light will take 1,000 to 4,000 years to travel from the stars you are seeing in the night to the Earth, which means you are seeing the star not in the present, but how it was 1,000 to 4,000 years ago. Now that's a time machine if I've ever seen one. And these stars are still not the farthest away. The most distant star that you can see with your bare eyes is 16,300 light years away. The light from that star traveling at a steady 300,000 kilometers a second for 16,300 years left that star when the Earth was still living in the Ice Age. Of course, with the help of telescopes like the Hubble, scientists have been able to identify stars that are in the region of 28 billion light years from the Earth. Whoa, this gives infinity a whole new meaning. So how about taking a trip to one of these celestial bodies? Impossible. NASA launched its Voyager 1 in the year 1977. Today we are in 2026. Voyager has been flying for close to 50 years now at a speed of 17 kilometers per second, and it is the first man-made object to leave our solar system. But in these 50 years of flying, it has covered just 24 billion kilometers from the Earth. Forget traveling for a year. Light would travel much more than this in just 1 day. So Voyager 1 is not even 1 light day away from the Earth, and it hasn't covered even a fraction of the distance to any kind of star. So can we ever take a trip to another star? Well, not with our current technology. As it is, it takes 4 days to get to the Moon and between 6 to 9 months to reach Mars. But if we get ambitious and try reaching out to the star closest to our solar system, the Proxima Centauri, even that is 4.25 light years away. If light takes 4.25 years to reach, with our modern rockets today, we would have to travel for 73,000 years to reach there. You get the point? So for now, we're sticking to the Moon, to Mars, and if some technology later allows us to travel at the speed of light, we might venture out to more destinations. But then, traveling at the speed of light may not be possible. Physics will not allow it. If these large distances and the size of the universe has baffled you, you are not alone. I'm baffled too, but I hope you get some idea of the enormity of the universe. It's quite a humbling experience, and the next time you look up at the night sky, remember, you're looking at some place which, with today's technology, is impossible to reach, and you're actually looking into the past. In the next episode, we're taking a trip to the Moon. What does it take? What does it imply? And time now for another space fact that will blow your mind.
This will blow your mind. This will blow your mind. This will blow your mind.
The universe is unimaginably vast. Light, traveling at 300,000 kilometers per second, takes over 100 billion years to cross the observable universe, which is a distance of over 946 sextillion kilometers. A sextillion, by the way, is 1 followed by 21 zeros. So figure it out. There are hundreds of billions of galaxies, each with billions of stars, and this is only the observable universe. Beyond this may lie something even bigger, something that we cannot even begin to imagine. So do you feel the smallness of man and the humility that I'm feeling? And before I go, a quick question for you. How far from the Earth is Proxima Centauri, the star closest to our solar system? I'll repeat that for you. How far from the Earth is Proxima Centauri, The star closest to our solar system? The answer in the next episode. Last week, we asked the question, who has logged the most time flying outside the spacecraft doing an extravehicular activity? And the answer, Anatoly Solovyev. He has more than 82 hours across multiple missions doing extravehicular activity. That's it for this episode. The next episode, remember to join me for a trip to the moon. Until then, I'm Yuri, wishing you blue skies forever.